Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 13, Week 2. Today, we got Epstein, didn't nerf himself. We got Pata. We got round 2. We got Randy. Last match, DP got through. EDNH had 0 counters and had what happens every match you have no counters to DP. Didn't work. So
Yeah,
see if things
lose.
change this time. Honestly, if EDNH doesn't nerf it, or doesn't ban it again, I don't see
I didn't
any
know
reason not
EDNH
to.
had that power.
Yeah. If EDNH doesn't ban it this round, I see no reason not to just pick it again, to be honest with you.
Is Baladec Ice Frog?
He might be. You can't say he's not.
Okay,
Same-
it's getting
same banner
through
roster,
and
yep.
wonderful.
Just counting on Pata to be bored with running it, I guess.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
And what a surprise! First pick. No surprises
know?
there.
Yeah. Remake? Oh my god.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Hey, they could pick a better lineup against DP this time. It's possible.
Dire team
It is possible. Let's see if they try that. Disruptor, he's alright against DP, I think. He pretty much becomes obsolete against DP the second she builds BKB until he gets
Yeah.
his own Ags, which is very difficult as a support against a DP lineup to get to that point, but,
Especially the kind of supports you
10
see in
seconds remaining.
LD2L.
right, but for at least a while, it is going to put a hamper on DP. It's going to force her to first buy BKB, which in fairness, I think you just kind of do on DP every round anyway now.
Yep.
Unless you support. If that's alright, that's
Yeah,
not a bad
Just go
pick against
Cayenne,
it at least.
Thundish, and then BKB.
I don't know, I feel like a lot of people just do BKB before they even do SNK.
Radiant team pick.
Kentar, he's alright as well. He can at least tank up. Can tank through the DP ghosts, can get in her face fairly easily early on, so you know. It's not a true counter pick, but at the very least, if they run the DP 1 again, she's gonna have some problems, and you're gonna have a little bit
10
of
seconds remaining.
just a lag spike there.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Alright, so we're running back the tower hitting lineup.
Yep. I don't know if DK really played any major part in the last game, so I don't know if I would have run him here.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Why not? We didn't
10 seconds
like
remaining.
tank
Well,
the last game, so
I got 2 good reasons why not actually.
5 seconds remaining.
Disruptor and Centaur Warrunner. That's 2 very good reasons to not run the DK back here. He's gonna have a much harder game this time, and it's not like he did that much last game anyway. Disruptor, one of the many people DK doesn't want to see. Exact same reason as DP. If he gets in the Disruptor role, he is going to die. Needs to buy a BKB immediately, and that is even worse to do on DK than it is on DP. If you immediately rush BKB, you're going to have no damage
Dire
early
team
game.
back.
yep.
No blank, which is pretty much why anybody runs them right now. Like, legitimately the only reason anybody really runs DK is just blank W. At least compared to any other tower push
Radiant
guy,
team
that
back.
is.
Dire team back.
Man, all these bands are feeling really familiar. Some of these picks are feeling familiar.
Yeah. Except for the Disruptor and Centaur, yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
No CK. No surprises there. Legitimately, I believe the exact same roster of bands both sides so far.
Dire team
Yep.
ban.
Legitimately, I believe the exact same roster of bans both sides so far.
I don't know why they're still banning Gotham Heroes when the DP's on the field.
Dire team pick.
Kind of weird.
LPL.
Like they're gonna run it back.
Radiant team pick.
So why are they banning Gotham Heroes? I don't know.
Undying
Seems like
against
wasted
DP.
bans.
I don't know if I like the Undying against DP that much. I guess in the context of this scenario, he does okay. He definitely needs somebody else to deal with the DP. That's really still public enemy number one here. Really messes up DK though, so there's that. Like one of the absolute last people DK wants to see in the entire game, basically. If Undying gets a decent amount of strength steal off of DK and he gets broken in any way, he just dies in like a second. So right now, Pata just feels like unless something really interesting happens, they're taking the Snapfire this time, so things are changing.
Okay.
Unless something
Yep.
really interesting happens, it feels like right now Pata is going to find it very difficult to fight without BKB.
Not that that'll be a problem.
10 seconds
They'll
remaining.
buy BKBs anyway.
Yeah, that's true. The problem is that
5
you get,
seconds
you
remaining.
know, there's going to come a point in the game where that buys you 6 seconds and that's it. And against this lineup, it's kind of hard to say 6 seconds is going to be enough. Really gonna struggle here, I feel like. Taking some time with this pick.
Yep.
Dire team pick.
Baneful visions upon us.
Alright, PVC Bane.
Pata, of course, picking a very smart lineup because, you know, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for the BKB for EDNH here. If everybody does get
10
BKBs,
seconds remaining.
then Bane and Death Prophet are going to walk all over them. You build for Bane and Death
5
Prophet
seconds
instead,
remaining.
and you're going to get the Snapfire ult dropped on your face. You're going to get Nightmare.
Radiant team ban.
Who knows what's coming with that last pick?
Ember.
Spirit is here.
Dire team ban.
Definitely, on one hand, really good against 3 of those heroes. On the other hand, oh my god, horrific against Bane. I don't know about that one.
Need a bit of the Baladec Ember.
Right. It's definitely not a hero he has no experience on. It's not going to be his first Ember Spirit game by any margin, but boy, it's going to be a painful one. I don't know how well it does a
5
scam.
seconds
If he
remaining.
cannot get Fiends Gripped, he's going to do great. But that's a big F.
Radiant
I
team
mean, Bane
ban.
Snap is just, you kill one hero, you just point your finger at one hero you want to die and they die.
Right. And Ember Spirit is a hero that really thrives in situations where that's not the case, and has nothing to do in situations it is.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
I like how there are 2 bans on the entire Pata
Radiant
list
team
that aren't US Danny.
Yeah, that's true. It's like they're banning Luke's heroes now at least, which is smart. It's probably their last pick.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
See what he decides to go with.
DP's fingers look like nuclear bananas.
They do.
I don't know exactly who tops off this lineup. I feel like the way the pool is, I don't know. I don't know if it's even really necessary. Like, it doesn't have to be some brewmaster.
Okay, Luke's mid brew. Interesting.
Saw some Luke's brewmaster in the last season, I believe. I was about to say, I feel like they could kind of pick anybody in the game right now. It is very hard to see this lineup losing with just those 4 heroes on the field.
5 seconds remaining.
And your US standing hero.
Bristleback.
Is a 1 bristleback.
Nothing terribly surprising about the 1 bristleback. I think that's I think this patch you're probably going to see a lot more 1 bristles and 3s. And again, just running back the Gotham DK, your Gotham DP and Cranberry Spray DK. And as I said last match, or at the start of pick phase rather, I don't know if they needed to pick up the DK here. I feel like this actually kind of works better without him almost. Certainly,
We'll see.
if there is anybody on this team who's going to have a hard time this game, it's going to be him, basically. Especially with the 1 bristle. I like the lack of music here now, because I dared to skip forward a little bit, knowing that they were going to put some time into that last pick. So I don't do that much in these pick phases, because it tends to break stuff. You've seen some good PvC Bane in Season 12, so you know that's coming out. Last match is Brewmaster, he won! Last match is Ember Spirit, holy crap!
Right, there you go.
Baladec won the hell out of that last match with Ember Spirit. Why do I feel like this isn't going to be quite the same for him? I don't know.
Prepare for battle.
Sing your praises.
Sing your own. Danny, why you got this simp statue, bro? Who is this even? I can't tell.
Crystal Maiden? Or
Oh
what?
yeah, is that like it's like the CM set or something? I don't know. Where it is a very unusual
it's
set.
not Winter, it's Maiden, I think.
Do not feed
Sorry
after
for not
Matty.
recognizing your waifu, Danny.
Yeah, come on, dude. Baladec set is for us, man. Again, if that's a Mega Man 8 reference, shame on you. Let's ride bikes, says Gotham. I don't know what Terrorblade has to do with that, but you know. Doing a nice statue rundown here. Cranberry Sprite with a very typical Zoomer meme. And Timbersaw just about to fall over.
Slapping his nuts.
Yeah, he's slapping the robot nuts. Skins this game, that's good. Thank God for that.
Yeah, we got the
Feels
drip.
Go Pod.
The battle begins.
Gotham is not happy about the brown tax. Oh, Meph
Meph
actually.
is not happy.
Meph is happy about snaking the bounty run out of there at least.
Yeah, you got it. That's kind of worse because Disruptor got the kill.
Yeah. Felt like Snap was going to die there anyway, so at least Snap got the rune for it. Anyway, it's a good time for our roll call. So on Pata, pause 1 on the DP again. We've got Gotham. Pause 2 on the Brewmaster. We got Luke's. Pause 3 on the Dragon Knight. We got first overall pick Cranberry Sprite, who just stunned a creep, as a first overall pick is want to do. Pause 4, the Emin of the League. PVC pipe, goodbye, Dragon Knight. And the league, PVC pipe, do not flame him or else we're getting kicked off the desk. And pause 5, we've got Meph on the Snapfire. He's also captain of the team. Meanwhile, on EDNH, pause 1, we've got US Danny on the Bristleback, who is currently 1-0-1, so he's got to be at least a little happy about that. Pause 2, captain of the team, Baladec, who's got no tag and no sponsor.
Oh.
You know, he rides alone. Pause 3, not a 12-year-old boy on the Centaur Warrunner and his little hoodie thing. Pause 4, Warcarb on the Undying. And pause 5, Blue Jay on the Disruptor. It's going to be a very odd mid matchup, I gotta say. I don't know what you did. That's like an impossible one to read for me. I don't know. Who does well in the Ember Spirit Brew mid matchup? I feel like...
I think it's 60-40 Brew.
I don't know. I think it's a little closer than that. I don't know. It's such an odd pairing. It's kind of hard to see how it's going to go. Something noticeable here is everybody on the die are taking a very quick lead in the last hits, except for Danny, who is really kind of, okay, he's starting to get a little more here. Only kind of on parity with his counterpart. Oh, Meph just randomly died somewhere. Let's get a replay of that. Yep. This is part of an unusual bit of phenomenon for the Undying here that you see sometimes. I think sometimes people overcommit to trying to actually kill the Tombstone when the right situation is probably just leave it up and use escape abilities to get out. Just like Cookie Away and stuff.
Right.
I don't know the full context of that scenario, I wasn't watching it, but it's just something I observe as a Undying player. PVC pipe at 40 HP. King's Ransom right there. I really like DK there. He gets the stun off and then he just like cancels the attack animation 3 times just to flex on Bristleback.
Yeah.
Oh, like just getting chased away here at mid. Notably, the last hit spread is more or less completely equal, with Luke's, the Brewmaster, ahead by 1. Now I'm tied for both last hits and denies.
That's true.
A little funny. Bristleback has sended up that chart so far. After having a pretty rough lie, getting any lasts the first couple of lays, suddenly he's starting to climb those charts again. So is Gotham, so you know.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Lots of support trades here in this top lane. Blue Jay and PVC Pipe just can't get enough of each other, it feels like.
Kind of slapping each other, yeah.
Bit of support trade here at bottom as well. Joint effort to try and take out the Tombstone there. Does ultimately succeed, but at the cost of Meth's life. Gotham is just going to try and tank out of this with the Z, and he does.
And he's fine.
One of the hardest skills to really deal with in the lane phase. It really just kind of means you have to 100 to 0 DP or she's not going to die.
Yeah.
At least not until she runs out of mana anyway.
Death tax.
The Snapfire just gonna plug some shots into Centaur's back, but Centaur doesn't really care about that. Definitely another one of these casual cloak lanes for the Centaur, I think. Just especially over the Vanguard. I really don't know what Vanguard does for you this game.
For Meth. Oh, what a cookie.
Bury me in the ground.
Good cookie.
Ooh, that's pretty filthy.
Good clean kill on the Centaur. Warcarb gets a bit of a last laugh, but
He's dead, I think.
yep, he's dead anyway. He was dead either way, I think, in that encounter, but at least he got something for his trouble there.
This was a useless kill.
Baladec says it's fine. Those were useless kills. I disagree.
No, it is bad.
Mid's kind of
Bit of
falling
mirrors
apart
in
for
your eyes.
Baladec here. If you look
Waits
at
for the
CS,
chains, immediately
Oh no.
calls his bosom buddies. Disruptor has to pull in and drop skills to try and get him out. Luke's immediately, Brewmaster immediately trying to look at the T2 here.
Radiant structure.
Glyph comes out, met with an offensive glyph. Bristleback gonna take a nap
Okay,
here.
okay.
Meph up top again.
Oh,
Two different games where he just kind of
deleted.
rotates top, just takes him out. Once it's established, Gotham can just solo lane, safe lane. They're gonna get a bit of revenge here as Luke's is completely screwed, but once again, Disruptor ends up with a kill.
Yep.
Disruptor right now with 2/3 of the kills on Radiant. That's not great. Or 2/3 of the kills against Radiant, rather. Bristleback is going to
killer.
get something for his trouble.
Is under attack.
Unless he goes to
Okay.
sleep. Disruptor, quick, take the Nightmare. Well, he did take it, he just took it really slowly. DK's now showed up. Snapfire actually going to go round 2.
Oh,
Has actually
man.
come back after a salve. I think Danny and Blue Jay are splitting this fight up just a little too much. They do end up with something at
Baladec's
least.
here.
Oh, Baladec's here. Baladec's here. Roots out, but it's just a little too late to save Bristle in any meaningful way.
Is under attack.
I think
Blue
Blue
Jay's
Jay's
dead.
Yeah.
Warcarb's here too.
But a lot of people.
Ember
Dyer's
just
middle tower is under
walked away
attack.
from that with chains up. Okay.
The only way he gets there is W plus Q, and he didn't have the mana for both.
Well, he was here when the engagement, like when Undying showed up and dropped Tombstone.
Attack.
Yeah.
He was there, and then he just kind of walked away. Very interesting. I don't know if that's a comm line thing. In fairness, I didn't expect Carp to be there either. So, you know. I don't know. This is starting to make me feel like there might be some comm line. There's some funny comm line things with the Baladec lineup. Seems like the only people that are really talking to each other are the offlane.
Dyer's middle tower has been denied.
Like watching Danny just sit there nightmared for like 3 or 4 seconds before Blue Jay finally takes it, for example. Oh, like pulling out right as Warcard gets there. That's another one. Meph caught out here. That's actually a really well placed arena. Split them up
Yeah.
very well. Not a great
Oh, man.
great W, but a pretty good ult.
He just dies in all of these fights.
Yeah. Does get casually rubbed out though. And all the chains just hit jungle creeps, that's so sad. Undying goes a little far trying to catch the Dragon Knight there, and just ends up punished
God,
for it.
triple for loot.
Baladec not wanting any part of that situation, just completely bone dry on
I don't
mana.
know.
Centaur Warrunner had a fight somewhere, buying tangos for some reason. Had a fight somewhere, did not get the better end of it, and is just going home. I assume just ate an Exo, given the fact it's down on DP and this tower is mysteriously absent.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Dyer's
Look at the net worth
structures are
chart, ouch. Or at least Kentar has had a pretty good showing for himself so far as money goes. Dragon Knight, not a great spot here. Very random disruptor W. You die so others may cheer. The disruptor glimpse is not a skill I feel like should be used that lightly. Like,
I think it was fine. I think
Well, I think there
it turned
you
like
could
a
have.
99% kill into a 100% kill, and it's already back
Yeah,
up by the
yeah,
time
that's-
we'll need it again.
That's
so.
great. They turned a 99, I think 100% kill into a 100% kill. Only problem, that also meant you didn't get the kill on Snapfire, nor did you get to make Brewmaster go away. Both of those things would have been pretty big deals there. You cannot use that Disruptor Glimpse lightly. And that was not the first time the Glimpse just kind of made somebody go to the same spot either. I think there's a bit of an urge sometimes to just kind of drop Glimpse on somebody who's looking dead, but like, no, you really want to conserve that, especially when it's just level 1. I mean, that level 1 cooldown is pretty rough, buddy. Smoke out here on, only on Ember and Disruptor. Ember is
Dire's
sitting there at about half
bottom tower is under
HP.
attack.
Looking for somebody. They scan the jungle, they find nobody. Everybody's actually in their own jungle, funnily enough.
Yep. Pressuring top wave.
But at the very least, Warcarp is going to get a bounty rune.
Refunds the smoke. So there you go.
Bristleback Centaur, frontlining here for a push.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
These guys look at my Dota buff or what? It's just all Nani heroes on this screen.
Gotta go here.
Dire's structures are
Oh,
fortified.
definitely
defense.
putting some thought into it. Dragonite is stuck in the DP, in the Disruptor ult. No! Ooh, that was good.
Good
That was very good. You know, after a few questionable glimpses, that was
Taking a
definitely
lot
what
of
you need to
pain
have.
here
Yep.
though.
Everybody just took a bath in that Snapfire ult. I feel like everybody on the
Danny's
dive
dead
took
again.
all of that. Danny's dead again, yep. So is Disruptor.
Oh, another triple.
They get 2/3 of the
Might be
Brewmaster.
more than a triple.
Yep, they get 2/3 of the Brewmaster pandas, but they
Oh,
don't.
it's definitely more than a triple.
They don't ultimately finish him off. Warcarp here is the last line of defense, and down he goes. Ultra kill for Luke's.
Yeah. That's not how you want to teach your defense to go.
Dire's
No.
top tower is under
No, you can definitely say that probably ain't it. Already looking a little scuffed here. Feel like Brewmaster, you know, things started off just kind of ho-hum for Brewmaster at mid, but like this mid game, he's getting really nightmarish really fast. Even when Gotham was out of that fight, he pretty much just kind of ate everybody during it. And Dragon Knight
Yeah.
was also there. At the very least, almost a guaranteed kill on Meph unless they lose faith here. Yep. They brought a lot of people in for it, two of which only got to watch, but you know, at the very least they got a kill out of it, which is good after that last engagement. Any engagement where EDNH can get some kills and not really lose much in the process is going to be good for them for a little while. Really what they need right now is just kind of picks. Centaur Warrunners is starting to... Huh? Okay, that's just for Gotham. One of them attempts to TP, but... It's glimpsed out. And again, you can it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, that until DP gets BKB, she actually is going SNK before it here. Until she gets BKB, she is not going to be able to do much this game. The only trouble is that somebody is able to do a lot this game, and he's going to be able to do a lot. Yeah.
They just kind of
is under attack.
transferred the problem rather than dealing with it.
Right, transferred the problem, arguably really more than anything else. Just kind of kicking the can down the road, because, you know, once DP does get BKB, they still don't really have a very good way to stand up to an Exo. It's pretty much just hit R, DP hits R, Dire loses fight instantly.
Yeah, unless they wait it out.
Centaur and Undying can tank it, and that's good, but they can really do nothing more than just kind of have their face in
Play
there.
the drums.
Tempest of battle.
Centaur building phase boots. Have I ever told you that I don't like phase boots on Centaur? Don't like
No,
him.
but you have now.
Yep, don't like him. feels like he can pretty much just get away with either.
US Danny.
Yep, US Danny
It's a
in the
good
midst
disruptor
of
ult
it.
though. Doesn't matter.
Uh-oh, Centaur Warner just getting caught here. Undying trying to do everything he can. Undying being pretty successful here actually at it. But DP is kind of in the midst of this
Cranberry
fight.
will finally kill it.
Yep, they do kill it. It just takes so long though. Centaur ult for
They have
some
an X,
reason.
so they're holding it.
Yeah, they're just gonna wait for the tower.
Alright.
Baladec shows up to that fight, but really just too late to make a difference as 3 and under club just kind of goes down in front of him. The Centaur's still alive, but all Centaur is going to do is walk up to the line and die. It's not great.
Oh, US Danny.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Gotham going down
Man it up.
outside again. US Danny, no fear here. Let's finally go down though, and unfortunately goes
Crazy
down to
fight.
Luke's. Baladec looking a little doomed.
Oh, he's fine.
He's burning. He's burning.
Not fine.
Dies on the last tick at the Brewmaster burn. That is rough. That Spirit Vessel in combination with the Brewmaster burn is something that they're just finding it's so difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Feeling like Ember Spirit really is in a very cursed situation because, you know, DP needs BKB to fight it all. Every time DP comes out when she doesn't have BKB, she just gets turned to rubble, basically, just instantly. That's not great. Once she does get BKB, that's going to get fixed. Ember Spirit really needs to get a BKB, right? Every time he tries to fight without BKB, he just turns to rubble. Only one problem. When he does get BKB, he's still going to be vulnerable to the Bane ult. He's still going to be vulnerable to all the Brewmaster pandas just beating the crap out of him. That does not really fix that. So they're in a very tough spot here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Scan out here.
Yep, they scan it out. No Blink Dagger on the Centaur means it's going to be a little dangerous, but...
Oh, Baladec.
This is such a good Disruptor ult! Dragon Knight dead instantly. Luke's did get ult off, but Luke's has to get out with this ult at the end of it unless everybody is dead.
It's looking like that might be the case.
Centaur Warrunner going down. Snap up. Well, this is an embarrassing spot for Baladec to be. Fiend's grip off.
Oh, he's
Baladec.
gripped.
This is the end of Ember
Yeah.
Spirit's life.
Disaster. That looked like it could have been good, and then it was just more bleeding.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just kind of over at this point for them. I do think this changes a little if the Centaur build ends up better.
Is under attack.
I don't know if it really changes that much. EXO comes out. T2 going, gone.
Dire's structures
You know, the
are
sad
falling.
thing is, that was the first fight where you got the grip out on Ember Spirit. This is the first time they needed it for him specifically. And it showed just a nice summary. Just how bad that is for them. Like, the Ember Spirit, if the Ember Spirit gets Fiend's Grip, they have no fight. Like, just period.
Yeah.
They never do. I think at any point in this game, realistically. Because you got Bristleback, sure, but Bristleback already doesn't mean much, and what's he going to mean, like, 10 minutes from now?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He is going to get BKB.
But
That's going to be
Echo.
nice, but... Yeah, he got Echo. Dragon Knight taking a bath in the DK shard here. Doesn't really matter that much. It's actually looking pretty good for them so far. Finally got one of these good glimpses that I've been talking about. Though nobody seemed to see it coming for some reason, even though it's like, I don't know, a pretty obvious glimpse, I think. Good tombstone there. DP's coming in, but she cannot really cross this line very well. Yep, tries to cross the line, look what happens. That Disruptor ult was less than great, and he pays for it with his life. Bane's gonna try and sleep some stuff up, but it is going to succeed.
Oh no, they're
Snap
all
ult
dead.
coming in. And Snapbolt gets 2 hit. Bristleback entirely, and he's gone. Well, that started off really well. That's good news. But the way it ended just made this team look just completely unkillable. Like,
Yeah.
they tried so hard to get nothing out of that fight. Got a Radiance out on the Brewmaster just to make things a little worse. It's gonna take out the Centaur Blink before Centaur even has it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's certainly not like Brewmaster's not gonna be able to get close or anything.
Right.
This is Hoyton, man. This is Hoyton to watch. Another DK shard dropping right there. There's one thing this team desperately needs. It's most certainly pipe within sight.
Oh boy, the response.
Yep, response coming in. Centaur ult stomps too. Now he gets to take a bath in the DK ult and pretty much just die. Especially once the Exo catches up with him. We finally have an Exo deploying in the middle of the battlefield. Undying Tombstone goes down to absolutely no avail. And with that, Dire pretty much out of tricks.
Yeah.
Nothing else they can do to try and stop this Roche.
They have a disruptor ult, so there's that.
They do, but what's that gonna do? Our Spirit's at least gonna position himself to think about doing something about this, but no, ultimately makes a decision, and not worth it. Oh, giving it some more thought.
Yeah, they're
Spawn's up.
certainly thinking about it.
They are
Oh,
chain
another
stunning
cookie.
Disruptor! He was actually chain stunned and silent. That was so good. Disruptor was literally the one thing they had that could actually really ruin this Roche attempt, and he was legitimately just chain stunned. They just either chain stunned or silence. He actually couldn't get ult out, and as a result, there's no longer any hope to stop this Roche. They're gonna kill DK for it at least. No,
Baladec
Roche is gonna kill
in the
DP.
pit. Oh no!
Baladec is in the pit, and
Yules.
he's gonna get Yules. Yeah, actually, that's the Brew Yules too, so he's up there for like 15 minutes. Gotham gets Aegis. Cranberry didn't even actually die. He died to Roche. I mean, he did die, but he didn't die to a kill. He died to Roche. So, yeah, they legitimately got nothing for that but Bane, and they lost their pause one.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Randy, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
What lifestyle changes do you think this Baladec team needs to adopt in the coming weeks? Because clearly, if there's anything we learned this time, there is something wrong here.
But ban heroes that stop you instead of just letting them through again.
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, the funny thing is, the DP isn't actually really doing much this game. I mean, she will. She will certainly now. That was definitely a good debut of her doing things. But, like... Brew just ended up walking all over them there. I'll give my own analysis at the end of the game. I think you might find it hard to disagree with.
Having trouble seeing straight?
Having trouble seeing straight.
No, I'm good.
That's for me.
It's good to know. Centaur Warrunner actually just completely dropped the Blink Dagger in favor of Blade Mail there. Probably isn't a bad idea, actually. There's not even going to be Blink Daggers for, like, counter-engage here. Like,
Poor PBC.
between the Exo, between the Radiance on Brewmaster, and his ability to just send a bear out, between the Snapfire ult, you know, there's going to be basically no ability for Centaur to actually blink here. That was
Okay, weird glimpse.
yeah, definitely not where anybody thought that glimpse was going to be landing, I don't think. Master is casually rooted here. Doesn't matter at all, but, you know. You got Standing trying really hard to get his stock back up. It's funny, I feel like in this game, they actually had a better chance for US Standard to try and build and go late here than they did in the first game. But they have him on a very early game one, I think. Like, if in this game he goes late, they have a really good way to actually keep them like pressed down. They actually have a decent uphill defense. They had some decent answers to DP, so their objectives are looking way better than they were this time last game, right? Did what just happened? Why did not a 12-year-old just get tipped? I still can't figure it out.
Who knows?
Why did not a 12-year-old just get tipped? If somebody who is in this game could please let me know why not a 12-year-old boy just got tipped, put it in the comments sections. Or just feel free to speculate wildly, that's also a possibility.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now US Danny is going to get tipped.
Deceptive rune of
Interesting
invisibility.
tips dropping here. As Radiant starts queuing up in the dire jungle there. Brewmaster getting himself a haste room for this next fight is going to be pretty nasty. Bristleback got himself BKB for this next fight, which might change things. It's not the one they're going to be able to Fiend's Grip, at least not reliably, so he is going to be a lot harder to deal with than that BKB than Ember Spirit is. Exo coming out. Gonna crash
patient.
right onto this T2.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
Okay.
And Fiend's Grip
Yeah.
immediately coming out. But
That's dead.
good disruptor roll, good response from the disruptor there, but just not enough.
Forcing everyone back here.
Snapfire ult comes out to not really much of actual avail. Undying Tombstone is just really odd place there, just getting bullied out of existence. Undying actually not high enough level for that. Oh no, he is. I'm a doofus. I got my 10 and 15 mixed up. US Danny starts walking right into that and immediately turns around. Meph, of all people, is the one that gets glimpsed out of that encounter. I don't know if I agree with that one necessarily. Might have just been a misclick or something.
You can't glimpse Luke's, so.
Right. The Aegis just went down there. This push actually is not gonna make it uphill here. Away they go, and the game continues. I can't really figure out what the EDNH symbol is. Just looks like a bunch of people grabbing a cookie or something.
Grabbing like a fishbowl, yeah.
Dragon Knight is Dead Knight. Dragon Knight has become Good Night.
So
Everybody takes a bath in his shard and it doesn't do anything. Classic DK. Again, kind of exposing, I think, to a degree, the weaknesses of the DK pick here. Just even without a break, they still just... Even without a break in a scenario where he has a higher net worth than anyone on the Radiant, they still just run him right over.
structures are fortified.
To get some push out here. This is a good disruptor ult, but that's also the Gotham BKB reveal. No, it's actually the 8-second. Undying desperately trying to keep the Tombstone alive here. Oh my god!
Man, okay.
Everybody,
And Baladec's gripped and dead.
Yep. Everybody ends up grouping together there. And the Snapfire ult wipes him out of existence.
Take a 5-0.
Yep. They didn't even get the T1 out of that. This T3. They didn't even drop EXO, which is really the worst part. They dropped neither EXO nor Elder Dragon form, nor even Primal Split. Yeah, it looked like there was a game to be had for a minute here, but
No.
that hope is
not.
very swiftly gone.
Tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Racks go down. I don't really know if this lineup can stand to live in a world where they don't have a set of racks, so Radiant says, take some more. And some more are taken. Top T3 going down, top Rex are just going down instantly. Nobody even wants to think about fighting right now with this X-Up, even though everybody on Dire is there. Another good Disruptor ult here. But does not end up accomplishing anything. His deficit has just become too much. It does not really matter what the Baladec lineup does.
Yeah. You're gonna Fountain Farm here. The ultimate BM.
Yep, Riffleback is going to get punched to death. You're gonna pick up, well, think about picking up DP there, but... Riffleback actually buying back to take part in this. You might be regretting that choice. Nope, he's fine. Actually, you're gonna get Gotham here. Gotham gets got. And usually, it would be really bad to be living in a world where your pause 1 is dying literally every team fight, but like, I don't think you care that much when your pause 2 is getting 4 kills every team fight and never dies.
Yeah. Oh, weird. It's like they're trying to force the GG here, I think.
Right. PVC pipe accidentally just denies the cookie. 3 go down, and all it cost was Bristleback to die
Everything.
twice. Yeah. Bristleback has now fallen below the net worth of the pause 4 on the Radiant. Ouch. In fact,
it's pretty rough.
everybody on the Dire is below the pause 4 on the Radiant.
Cup runneth over.
Oh, probably running a Meph here. Yeah. Okay.
The glimpse out on him.
Oh no, Luke's is here.
Yep.
Oh god, DK.
DK just gonna bully the supports in the back of the line there. And Centaur just getting eaten by the Brewmaster.
So another 4
Undying,
for no.
Yep. Undying's name is about to become very ironic. EXO is up.
The crowd shall cheer my name once
Crowd shall cheer Centaur's name once more. EXO comes out. I think we're all said
Like
and
to
done.
end the game here. Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
Bristle's gonna walk up on this, but Glyph is gonna come out.
Fountain Farm.
Yep. Desperately just trying to get the dieback on US Danny there, but they don't get it. They're gonna get a kill on Ember, force him to buy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient is under attack.
Centaur Warrunner down again.
Oh, Baladec.
It's a good tombstone if nothing else, but I don't think it does anything.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Yeah. Game.
I do like the Fey Grenade going out there. Solid Disruptor ult does not get everybody they wanted, I don't think. Even Meph lives.
Dire's ancient
And there you go. That's the game.
Yep.
And the series.
Alright. So, let's start out by calling a spade. Randy,
Yeah.
you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Give me a second opinion if you disagree with what I'm about to say.
Okay.
2 games lost in draft.
Yeah. I think so. I think the play didn't help, but
I think the play was pretty decent. It's just the problem is like the draft for EDNH didn't really work in their favor either way. It just kind of felt like both games. Everybody just kind of said, "Oh, what do I want to play this game? Oh, I know. I just want to run Undying or whatever, right?"
Yeah.
Felt like the only person who was picking, or perhaps being picked for, something like the lineup was not a 12-year-old boy on the pause 3. Everybody else, it's like, what do these 5 guys make? You know, the Disruptor, Undying, and Bristleback triangle is good, but everything has to go perfectly for that to be good. Centaur
Yeah.
Warrunner doesn't help with that at all, and Ember Spirit, if he's able to exist, is very redundant. I don't know. The last game, they had the problem where they had that Clinks, but they just weren't able to buy him the time to, like, live. And even if they did, I don't know what he does. Like, even if that game goes, like, 1,000,000 minutes, like, what does Clinks do that game? Just kind of rat and die, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
I
about
don't
it.
know. I'm not too keen on either their drafts. I don't think they responded to either of the Meph team drafts that well. In particular, I felt like in game 2 there was some counter pick yourself action going on. Like, I believe the Ember Spirit pick came out after the Bane. That just, no, you can't do that. You can't be putting yourself in that world, and it really super backfired. Like, when Baladec started to actually matter a little bit, like, legitimately the second he became the top priority in team fights, every single team fight, right when he came in, he just gets Fiend's Grip and dies.
Yep.
And I don't think there's anything you can do about that aside from, like, I don't know, Lotus Orb have it on him 24/7, like have 1,000,000 Lotus Orbs, just keep stacking it on him.
Yeah, that's about
I don't
it.
know. I feel like if you switch the US to any picks in these two games, both these games actually probably do go a lot better. Like, I feel like if we had the Bristleback in game 1 where we need to have an early game to even have a thought of living, and in game 2 having the Clinks where we actually have the ability to defend a little bit, I feel like if you switch the picks, things go a bit better. I feel like not a 12-year-old boy still has some work to do on the itemization. I feel like both games just kind of did the Tortellini special, and I don't know if it worked out either time. Like, like I said, the Vanguard here. What does that do? Who is going to be doing the like Snapfire and like maybe the Brew Goons? But like, it's not going to do anything about the DP. It's not going to do anything about the DK. It's not going to do anything about the Bane. It's not going to do anything about the Snapfire, and it's certainly not going to help anybody on your team live. Even if you got Crimson, that's still probably the case. I think not a 12-year-old still has some work to do on itemization, and as I always say, if you're a 3 in this league and you want somebody to talk to about itemization, call me. I do think the Meph lineup does have some weaknesses kind of shown in this game. Like, in particular, I feel like they don't really know what to do with Cranberry. Like, the DK in both games. I mean, hey, pretty good KDA, but this is a stomp, you know? So, what does that matter? This is a stomp. How much do you have to do with it? Not much. Not that much, it felt like. Pretty much, every fight, it just felt like kind of his contribution was to come in and stun for DP to do something, or to come in and just die. I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like Cranberry Sprite's sort of skill set on 3 really works with this hero that well. Luke's game 2 just absolutely ate everybody. Definitely going to be on the list of guys to look out for. I think, in fairness, this doesn't really happen if there's a better mid matchup against him. Like, if it's not the Brew versus Ember, I don't know if he goes 21-1 and 20. Like, if it's like a, I don't know, Brewmaster against, like, I don't know, pick a random mid that wins that matchup out of a hat.
I don't know who wins mid against Brew. I don't see Brew mid that often.
Yeah, nobody does. I mean, if you want to say hypothetically, let's say Viper. He definitely isn't able to do crap against Viper, right? Just kind of doesn't kill him at 6 and doesn't live when he's not an ult, basically. You know, let's say a Viper. Let's say a, I don't know. Say, well, I mean, it's hard. I guess in fairness, it is a hard thing to pick against. But if he doesn't have like a matchup that's quite that good for him, I don't know exactly how good he goes. Definitely is good. I don't know if it's this kind of good, but it's definitely good. Yeah, I think EDNH really just, I mean, the two things, I think they need to queue together more, and I think they need to work on those picks. Like, the pick phase on EDNH is really, really their biggest weakness right now. And it's funny because, you know, this is a very familiar scenario, I think, for Baladec and not a 12-year-old, where there is those, like, middle picks, or these middle weeks with Lanaya Del Rey from Season 12, where their biggest issue is that pick phase. And, you know, That got resolved. There's definitely still time to resolve these issues with EDNH. I'm hearing rumors about like a big upheaval in their roles. I don't think that's a great idea. I don't think the issue is like guys in their roles. I think the big issue is like making a comp that plays to everybody's strengths and comes together in a fluid way and doesn't just get counterpicked out by the other guys. I
Right.
feel like you had zero of those this game. Like I feel like you had zero of those qualities here. I don't
Yeah.
know. Fix that draft, fix how your 3 itemizes, and I feel like we're going to be talking about something different. And speaking about talking about something different, we're going to be talking about the same. Actually, we're going to be talking about these guys Sunday night as we take a look at, I believe it's Baladec versus Princess. Yes, it definitely is Baladec
Yes, it
versus
is.
Princess on Sunday night. We're going to be running against Matty Boy's Manoy versus Otto on another channel. We're going to be running up against Boss casting. Oh, gee, what is Boss casting? I think Boss is casting MK Ulti versus the not GGs. So
Very
that'll be
strong
something
game.
too. Yeah, it's definitely for my money. That's probably going to be the most interesting match of this week. So if you wanna check out those other channels, see those other guys do their stuff. You got some alternatives this week, kids. We ain't no petty guys. If we're here to help the whole D2L learn, and if casting is what you want to learn, then by God, we'll help you do that too. So, with that being said, if you, or somebody you know, want to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg to sign up today. It's too late to join Season 13, but it's never too late to join up as a stand-in unless the season's over, in which case it is too late. It's not over yet, though. We're not even halfway through yet. So, to that end, stand-ins, of course, always going to be wanted. A lot of just random game queues happening in public, so you can join in on that. All kinds of fun stuff happening there. So, ld2l.gg, find that Discord server, find us. We'll be there. We'll be waiting. This week's sponsor is Baladec sponsor. That's right, you were seeing it all throughout these games. The thing that Baladec has as his sponsor tag is who's sponsoring us this time.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I mean, what a
Pretty
great
good.
sponsor, if you think about it. What's your favorite moment that you've had with the entity sponsoring Baladec this week?
When I purchased it the first time,
Oh, how'd that go?
it was great.
Where did you purchase it?
Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
The greeter must have been so confused.
He was pretty confused, but they didn't call security on me, so we're good.
Well, there's a first time for everything. We'll see you on Sunday. And if you're wondering where the other game is, Matty Boy did that. If you want it on YouTube, bug him, not us! Ha ha!